I'm Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up the world view. Report finds U.S. lobby group helped Senegal advance harsh anti-LGBTQ+ law. A new report links a U.S.-based lobbying group to Senegal's controversial anti-LGBTQ+ law, raising global concern. According to Reuters, the organization MassResistance advised Senegalese activists on advancing legislation that increases penalties for same-sex relations. Earlier this month, Senegal's National Assembly passed a bill doubling prison sentences for same-sex conduct. The law also criminalizes openly identifying as queer, with penalties of up to 10 years. Lawmakers backing the bill declared LGBTQ+ citizens would no longer be able to, quote, breathe in this country, end quote, and pledged to strip their freedoms. MassResistance reportedly collaborated with Samm Jikko Yi, a network campaigning for stricter anti-LGBTQ+ laws in Senegal since 2020. Their discussions included strategies to build support and influence policymakers. The vote passed overwhelmingly, 135 in favor, none opposed, with 3 abstentions. It remains unclear whether the collaboration directly impacted the outcome. The report marks the first known instance of a U.S. lobbying group attempting to shape anti-LGBTQ+ laws in Africa after Donald Trump began his second term in 2025. I have so many things to say. We don't have enough time for me to say all the things that I want to say, none of them pleasant. First of all, to the 3 abstentions, screw you. An abstention is to vote for what's on the table. If you didn't vote against it, you voted for it. You did not. So if you didn't want to vote for it, but you lacked the courage to vote against it, you were helping no one. You 3 are useless. So on to the next ones. And the laws were already in the books, and the punishments were already set. What was the point in just making them more? And these people, what's the population of the LGBTQ community? What is it? It's always going to be between like 1% and 12%. I mean, it's never going to be like half the country, right? So how many that you even notice, you're even bothered? And what is it they're meant to be doing? How are they hurting or frightening anybody that they need 10-year sentences just for saying I'm queer? I can say I am the ambassador to the Court of St. James. Like, what difference does it make? But you can't even say that. So this is exported from the United States. Once again, colonization, imperialism. It's now this may be the first time that a lobby group has done it, but evangelists and missionary efforts from evangelical and fundamentalists, they've been doing it for years, and there's been a sort of like dominoes falling of country after country adopting these more severe hate laws just because we don't like you. And again, when people are dehumanized, then you can treat them any kind of way because they're not people to you. But guess what? Queer people are people, and they have inalienable rights, and they're made in the image of God. And these are needlessly cruel laws, and that we are encouraging them, not us at this table, but that people from our country are encouraging that. There should be some penalty for that you shouldn't be able to export hate.
Isn't it like inciting a riot? Isn't that?
I'm saying, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. It's just.
Although those things get pardoned too these days.
True. Just to pass a law that you're no longer able to, and to actually publicly say you're no longer able to breathe in our country, like think back to George Floyd. He literally couldn't breathe.
Exactly.
I mean, and it's some of those things that they do take it from the U.S. Unfortunately, 2025, the beginning of the second reign. It's not getting any easier, and the world looks to the U.S. for guidance as an example, despite who is president. It just they do a little more credibility with some over others, but they still look for us as the powerhouse, and the world is literally taking pages out of our playbook, and it's so sad.
Well, I was thinking, talking about playbooks, I'm thinking this MassResistance, I don't know if they are connected to the Heritage Foundation, but this just reeks of Russell Vogt and Kevin Roberts. Absolutely. So, get a clothespin over your nose because it's going to get worse.
I do wonder why. Now, countries that have been colonized and then they get their independence, but their resources have already been plundered, blah, blah. So I realize there's very complicated reasons why people feel certain ways about certain things, but that we are exploiting that by then taking those complex feelings and those difficult histories and throwing this in just because Americans hate people, hate queers all over. So, and since there is a limit, they've done a lot of damage here, but there's a limit. So they just export it just for the sport of hurting LGBTQ people. So there is a pathology to all of this, and that it's, somehow we're going to have to analyze ourselves and treat ourselves for this psychopathy and this sociopathy that we've now turned into politics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.